I have a question for you. But before I ask you this question, I want you to do me a quick little favor. Put one hand on your heart, one hand on your belly, and just take a deep breath in. Just hold it for a second, and then just give me a okay? And just keep your hands here as I ask this question, okay? What if I told you, be more self-centered, okay? And just notice, what's the first idea, thought, feeling, sensation to like rise up in you? And if you need to go ahead and like pause the video to really tune into that, go ahead. Because I want to tell you what happened for me when I got that question. And for me, it was very much a wall, do not pass go, do not collect $200. Like, no, we're not going there. But then I started to get curious about that. And like, okay, so for me, the concept started to be, okay, well, which self are you going to center around? Are you going to center around the self that you have made? Okay? And the self that you have made is, your limiting beliefs, your fears, the roles or expectations that have been put on you or that you have chosen in whatever way, shape, or form. And then there is that divine spark, okay? The truth of who you are. So when we talk about that, when we talk about centering the self-concept that we have made, the fears, the limiting beliefs, then what really happens when we center that is it becomes everything. Every relationship becomes, how can this make me feel safe in this chosen identity or reinforce this identity in whatever way, shape, or form? While if we center around I guess we'll say divine spark that we are, it becomes a lot more open because it says, okay, I can still connect with this event. I can connect with you. I can connect here while still staying centered in myself. Now, that does not mean that you're never going to feel fear or you're never going to feel sad or you're never going to feel triggered. It just means when you feel sad, when you feel triggered, when you feel that fear, instead of going, if we did the self-concept that we have made, we're going to abandon ourselves a good majority of the time. But when we center around the truth of who we are, instead of abandoning ourselves, we stay with ourselves. We stay centered in ourselves. We walk with those emotions, right? We see the messages that they are bringing us. And that's what we're going to be talking about on this Friday at the Peace Through Presence and Play class. So if you're in the Indianapolis region, from the hours of 6 p.m. Friday to about 8 p.m. Friday. And I'll be honest with you, a good majority of the time we go over because the discussion gets so rich and, we get to have fun activities and other, interesting things that we do and we talk about and we deep dive into. So you can find all the information about this class either in the link in my bio or in the description of the video, depending on where you're watching this video. But I am so excited to really dive into this because this leads me into another video that I'm going to be making today as well. So stay tuned for that.